Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 equipment video. Let's go on with the machines of the week. And this is the last video of this first huge round of vehicles. In the end of this video, we have covered nearly 200 vehicles. And the next video will, I think, rather be much shorter for all the days of the next week, because now we have catched up with the weekly release of new equipment in the equipment list. And I hope Giants will release new equipment that I can make more videos for you until the release of FS25. So now we are here at Schuitemaker. This is a difficult word even for a German tongue, and it sounds more like Netherlands. And this is the Rapid 500 ATV. It's a forage wagon, a loading wagon, and it has a capacity of 35,000 liters, so it's on the bigger side. And this is the brand Schwarzmüller, a low loader 4A. And here, this is a Zennebogen, a new brand for FS25, 340G, and this is the telehandler. And the special thing about this is you can lift up the cabin, and this can be very useful if you want to have when you work high, the telehandlers, you can enlarge the handler, so to say, and you can work very high with it because of the enlargement. And yeah, with this lifting cabin, you can have a look. For example, if you throw some stuff into a mixer wagon, and then you can just lift your cabin and peek into the mixer wagon. Yeah, and this is one of those mixer wagons from Silo King. And yes, it sounds like Silo King. And everybody in the English-speaking world would say Silo King, but it is a European brand and they call it Silo King. But you can say Silo King anyhow. This is the Trailed Line 4.0 system 1000 plus. And this is one of the very big mixer wagons. You can produce total mixed ration with it. And the capacity is between 35,000 up to 45,000 liters, which is really big. And for using this, the telehandler from Zennebogen would be very awesome, because after throwing your hay bale inside, you could just lift the cabin and look into the Silo King, whether it's already full. But that's just one example. And now we have SIP, the R300F Alp. It's a tiny windrower with a working width of 3 meters. And this is also SIP. Also a windrower, but a different model, so it works completely different. This is more like a bent windrower, and this is a windrower that works with steel brush, so to say. And the favorite 254, and it has a working width of 2.5 meters. We already had it in the game. And now we get a lot of colors by the brand Steel. And Steel is very known for their chainsaws, and we will get one. And with the Platinum expansion, we also got this marking sprays. and in different colors, and you can mark the tree. This is very useful if you play either as a multiplayer, and then you can go around and think, oh, I want this tree cut, this, and you spray them, and then you tell your friend, please cut only the trees with the blue marking. And or if you play a single player and you go around in your forest and are planning which trees you want to cut, and then you spray for yourself, and you come back next day and you still know which trees you want to cut. And so this is blue, green, orange, pink, red, white, yellow, and this is the chainsaw, the MS 261, and we already have it for quite a while. I don't know. Oh, that's maybe not true that I don't know a farm sim without this steel, because I played FS13 and and 11, and we didn't had tree cutting there. So I guess we have it since FS15. And in FS17 we had it. I bought it. I remember this. And here, but this is much newer, it's from Typhoon, the EGV 65 AHKSG. It's a winch, and it's from the Platinum expansion. And so you can see that we get a lot of machines from the old DLCs, and they are now part of the base game. And therefore, if you think, oh, it's bad that we get a new farm sim because then I paid for all the DLCs in vain, that's not so true, because we get the most interesting stuff from all the DLCs in the new game and as part of the base game, and therefore in a way you can keep your DLCs into the new game. Yeah, and here this is a Thunder Creek equipment, a very good old friend, the FST 990, and it's for transporting fuel for your tractors and such. And you can fill it up, and then if you have a tractor that sits on the field without fuel, then you can drive with this thingy and fill up the tractor. And here we have the TMC Cancela TFR 250, a small mulcher. And it has a working width of 2.5 meters. And an even smaller mulcher, the THX 180, with a working width of 1.8 meters. And this manufacturer calls itself TT, and this is the Colossus 10,000. It is a sugarcane transporter, and the capacity is 20,000 liters. And here we have Valtra, and this is the very new, big, huge S-Series. This is the biggest tractor we ever had from Valtra. The power is 280 up to 420 horsepower. And usually Valtra has smaller up to medium-sized tractors, but this is their new, biggest tractor in this bronze golden tone. It was presented at Agritechnica last year as a brand new development, and now we get it, and we saw it in videos about Riverbend Springs quite a lot. And so far it is the only Valtra tractor that we have in our equipment list, but I hope for much more tractors. But last time in FS22 it has been similar. So in FS19 we had a bunch of Ultras, and we got new ones as a free update. And then in FS22, I guess in the beginning we only had the wall mat, the vintage Valtra tractor, and the Valtra G, I think, which was a new addition to FS19. And no other Valtra tractors. I was missing them immensely. It was terrible because somehow Valtra is more or less my favorite tractor brand. And then after a while we got a whole DLC with Valtra tractors for free. Free DLC and a whole bunch of new Valtra tractors came to FS22 because they had developed new types. They were still had their old names like Series T, Series S is this, Series Q, and so forth. But they were new and therefore they were delayed for the game and came into the base game later. And maybe it's similar this time, so we only get this S-Series, but we will see. So I hope for more Valtra tractors in all different sizes. Yeah, I find this very important for my well-being. Do you like Valtra tractors too? Please write it in the comments below. And here we have another interesting brand, this Zetor tractor brand. And I think they come from the Czech Republic. So it's more Eastern Europe, which is called Central Europe in nowadays. But when I was young, it was Eastern Europe. And this is the Crystal HD with 171 horsepower. And in some farm sim iterations, we get a whole bunch of those Zetor tractors. In FS17, we had a lot, as far as I remember. In FS19, not so many. In FS22, a lot again. And now we will see whether we get a lot or not so many. And here we have a Zunhammer, the ULT18. It's a slurry transporter with a capacity of 15,000 liters. And another Zunhammer ULT24, and the capacity is 21,000 liters. And Zunhammer, the Vibro. It's a slurry tool and you connect it to your slurry tank and then you can spread the slurry rather discreet close to the ground. And the working width is 6.2 meters. And that's it for this week. So if everything goes well, Giants has provided us with new machinery, and the videos about this new machinery will start from tomorrow, and I assume they will be shorter than those of this week because it's only 1 week, and in the last week I had to talk about 4 weeks of machinery to catch up with the actual information flow. Okay, so I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.